on, everybody. It's going to start.
Well, that's true. But, you know, it took... Who did that?
Hey, hello everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2017.
Yes, it's great.
How are you, Vicki?
I'm well, and it's great to see you here, Fluency.
Great to be here. Great to be here. Great to see all these people in the chat.
How did you spend your New Year, Fluency?
Last night we just had a small family celebration. Couple of friends. That's it. How about you?
Well, we actually decided we wanted to be up early this morning to get ready for the show. So what we did was we put we decided to celebrate with Paris time in honour of you, Fluency.
So you went to bed early.
We did, but we did have a little bit of champagne at Paris time.
All right, excellent.
We've got a party
I think you
today.
might be coming to Paris today, but we'll see about that.
Well, I hope to come to Paris to join you today. I don't know if Jay can get me there. We'll have to see.
You want to come. Hopefully you're gonna come.
Hopefully I'm going to come. Yeah, that's right. And we've got some people in the chat. It's great. Who have we got here? Welcome everybody.
Let's take a look.
We've got Ayat saying greetings from Egypt. Happy New Year, Ayat.
Please shout out your countries in the chat. So we've got Egypt. Fantastic. Who else?
Yeah. And
I see Birgit. She's in Germany. I know her. She's one of my students. Fantastic.
And Lucas is here from Brazil, and he says Happy New Year. Obrigada, Lucas. Fantastic.
There's Dalel in Tunisia.
Hello, Dalel.
Welcome, everybody. Vicki, you know, we should, this is really the first official English show. If you were with us for the last one, thanks so much for your patience. We were kind of getting ready, Vicki, Jay, and myself, and we'd like to introduce ourselves. I think we should do that, no, Vicki?
Yeah, I think so.
People don't know us, so why don't you start?
All right. I'm Vicki, and I'm an English teacher. I've written lots of books about learning for students to learn English with. But these days, most of my time, I spend writing stuff for videos and making videos. And so I've sort of changed from a textbook girl into a video girl. And what about you, Jace? Fluency.
Well, I love video too. I especially like making songs and making music videos. I really like helping students practice English, not just study English, but actually get the practice through repeating things that are fun to repeat, like songs, through videos. And I make visits to schools. I go to schools, especially in Europe, but also outside of Europe, to practice English through songs and videos with students and training teachers as well.
Excellent. And in fact, you're going to be doing a lot of that fun stuff today because we've got lots of good things lined up. We've got some language practice, we've got some conversation, we've got some games, and we've got a rap. Are you going to give us a rap, Jay? Fluency?
I would be honored to. Yes, I love making raps for this show and working with you and Jay. Oh, Jay, we need Jay to introduce himself also.
There is someone working behind the scenes who you all need to meet.
Hi guys, I'm Jay, and I'm up here in the control room, and I'll be running the whole show. So if there are any mistakes, it's my fault.
Hooray for Jay. Just remember, when there isn't a mistake, it's because of Jay also. So it's all about Jay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's our tech man. He's terrific on the tech.
Fantastic.
And so, you know, we've got a language point that we're planning to look at particularly today.
What will our language point be?
Let's find out. What'll it be? Reductions. Okay,
I love this one.
so today's language point is a pronunciation point, and reductions are the small reductions in sounds that we make in English. When we're speaking at normal speed, a lot of words get reduced. They get made smaller, and sometimes they completely disappear. But they get affected by the sounds that are around them. But fluency, you have another term you like to use for this.
Yeah, well, you're talking about reductions. That means sounds getting shorter, smaller. And I like to call that shrinking, getting smaller. And then some sounds connect together or link together, and that changes the sound. So shrinking and linking, I like to use to talk about this. And as Vicki said, when we speak normally, and that could be slowly also, what are you gonna do tomorrow? Right? Not what are you going to do. So the sounds really do change a lot in natural conversation.
Well, we were just actually, when we were talking about what we were going to do today, we were using that reduction, gonna. And
exactly.
Instead of saying going to, you said gonna.
Yeah.
which is a sort of classic example of a reduction.
And I think I also said that I know you want to come to Paris, and I feel, she has to come. You have to come to Paris. So
I don't know
those
if
are
Jay
also.
can take me there now. Jay?
Now?
Now?
You can come
Jay,
now,
take me to
Jay?
Paris.
Really?
No problem.
Well, that was weird. But hey, I'm here. Wow.
Oh my God, Vicki's here!
Thank you, Jay. I'm in Paris. That's fantastic.
Vicki, high five! High
Yeah,
five for
high
coming,
five.
Jay! High five!
High five. Good to see you,
Welcome
Jay.
to Paris. It's good to see you too. Amazing, Jay. You are a magician.
Absolutely.
A true magician. Great to have you with me.
Well, now I'm in Paris, I can ask you about your plans for the new year, Fluency.
I would love to talk about that, but I want to make sure, can we ask everybody here also to tell us what they're gonna do this year or what they wanna do this year?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
So let's find out if you've got any resolutions, everybody. If you have plans for this year, tell us what you want to do and what you're going to do. And there might also be some things that you have to do.
And also, I think we want to ask them, we see here, you can see on the screen, what words and phrases often get reduced in English? So you heard us talk about gonna, right? Wanna, have to. Are there any others? Should we start with that, Vicki?
Yeah, let's start with that. So tell me, what are your plans for this year, Fluency?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, I want to know what you're
Let's
going to do
see.
first.
Okay, start with me, and then I'll ask you what you're gonna do. Okay. Well, one thing I definitely am gonna do is I'm gonna visit more schools to do shows with students and work with teachers. Something else I want to do, and now I feel definitely we're gonna do, is the English show every week, to work really hard with you and Jay to get this show to be better and better. So that's what I want to do. I'm glad we've decided we're going to do that. And one thing I have to do is I have to lose a little weight here. So I have to do that. How about you, Vicki?
Well, I've got to lose a little bit of weight, a lot of weight as well. But I too want to work on the English show because I think it's got such great possibilities for helping people to learn English with regular study practice. So I'm going to work very hard. And I know we have to do it every week. We have to put lots of effort and energy into it. But I think it could be really, really helpful for people. So that's my goal.
Yeah.
Now, we reduced a lot of those sounds, and we asked a question just now. We asked, what sounds commonly get reduced in English? And I wonder if there are any answers in the chat.
We have a few right now. Can I read a
yes.
couple?
Yeah, read them.
So Katie says gonna for going to, which we've talked about. Gotta. Yeah. So Dalel also added gotta. So that's an interesting one. So I have to go or I've gotta go.
Yeah.
Do you see any more in the chat?
Do you know, my chat is really small, so you're going to have to
Oh, then
let
let
me
me do it
adjust my
right now.
glasses
Yeah.
while I do it.
And some
Get
good
me bigger.
examples coming too. Dalel, she says she's going to present at some conferences. Cecile says, I want to be fluent.
Cecile,
And,
that's a really good goal, and it's one we want to help with.
And manager Maddie, that's Madeline, my manager, she says, yes, more schools. So that's about me going to schools. Let's see. Oh, meet me. I want to meet you too. We're going to have to do that. Any others, guys? Because there's so many sounds, and I think we're going to show a few of those in a moment. So if you have any other ideas of reduced, put them in the chat.
Yeah. Now, here we've got some sounds that are very often reduced. So, and very often you'll notice they're little words. But things like and an, instead of saying or an, it'll be a very weak sound. It's actually a schwa. We'll talk about that again. And then there's to. So instead of saying to, we might say t, or the sound might completely disappear. And you might say gonna or wanna. And then there's you, where we'll just say yeah. Very, very short sound. And will become un.
Right.
And we had one actually in our last show with the word for, which became not for, but f. Very weak sounds.
Like yesterday, a lot of people were asking, what are you going to do for New Year's Eve?
For New Year's Eve. Yes. Perhaps everybody could repeat that. What are you going to do for New Year's Eve?
Oh, that reminds me. I want to make sure. I want to make sure if you know how I do, I like to get you to repeat after Flu. So we're going to do like this. What are you going to do for New Year's Eve? Now it's a little late now. You did it already, but
too late. You're too late, Fluency.
But notice, what are you gonna do, right? Like Vicki said, not what are you, right? Because the stress, right? The rhythm is on those bigger words, and those little function grammar words get reduced. They shrink and link together.
And that's perhaps the most important thing to understand to improve your listening and your spoken English. There are words which contain the content, the meaning of what we're saying. And those words tend to get pronounced clearly and don't get reduced. It's the little grammary function words like of, to, those little ones that get the reduction. And we use
the schwa.
The schwa. I've got a schwa here. Look, this is an E, right? But if you turn it upside down, it's
Everybody try that.
You keep your mouth totally relaxed. There's no strain whatsoever in it. And it's just a little tiny, tiny sound. You want to say it as quickly as you possibly can. Great. And that's our schwa.
Can we ask them about their resolutions? And while we're asking, so could everybody now put in something that you want to do this year, you're going to do? I know some of you did already, but I want you to do that while I ask Vicki. Vicki, tell me more about, well, actually, if I could say one thing more, and then you can say about the importance of reductions. So one thing I just want to say is when you're listening, like Vicki was saying, fluent listening means that you're listening for those words that help you understand. So the main nouns and verbs. So you don't want to worry about all of those little schwa sounds. But when you speak and write, of course, we need those pronouns, articles, prepositions. So it's important also to work on listening for them so that when you're speaking and you're writing, you are noticing them.
Yeah. I think with my students, a lot of them have difficulty understanding fast native speaker speech or just normal speed native speaker speech. And probably one of the most useful things to understand it is to recognize the reductions. to understand
Yes.
what's going on. They're key to recognizing and understanding. And of course, if you improve your listening, you're also improving your pronunciation at the same time. The two things work together. Improve your
Exactly.
listening, and you'll improve your pronunciation, and vice versa.
That's right. That's right. Did you want to mention something about difference between British and American English? So if you're just meeting us today, you might have noticed that I speak with an American English accent. I'm from the United States. Vicki, on the other hand, is from the UK, from Britain, and speaks British English.
That's
So I
right.
know sometimes that's interesting to people. We get a lot of questions about the differences between British and American.
And it's, in fact, what we're going to be finding out as these last classes go on is that there are some little differences. There's a lot of vocabulary differences. They're not huge, but we'll talk about them.
Yes.
But in fact, there are also, of course, differences in pronunciation. And funnily enough, there's one that comes up with gonna, which is a very American sound, but sometimes Brits say it. But I've got a little example here of a conversation that I recorded with Jay where I was talking about my resolutions, and I think Jay's going to get that ready and show us it now. Do you
Great,
want to
I'd
hear
love to
my
see it.
New Year's resolutions?
Okay.
I'm going to get up every morning at 5 o'clock. I'm going to work out and I'm going to walk the dog.
Good for you. Her New Year's resolutions never last very long.
Okay, so I gave you 3 resolutions there, and I don't know if you heard how I pronounced them, so I'm going to say them again. I'm going to get up this is how I said it. I'm going to get up every morning at 5 o'clock. I'm going to work out, and I'm going to walk the dog. So, in fact, I used a mixture there. Sometimes I said going to, and sometimes I said gonna. And I think that's what Brits
really
often
important. Yeah, so there maybe is that difference. I mean, for me, the really important thing is she never said going to. So even though she wasn't speaking so quickly, it's still the natural rhythm to reduce the sound. So that's why it's so important for everyone to understand this about English.
That's right. And that's true in British and American English. Now, notice what Jay said there. He said, good for you. And then he said, her New Year's resolutions never last long. He knows me very well. But notice that word last there. My students sometimes get confused by this word. What about your students' fluency?
Yeah, because normally, right, or more often, we hear things like, first, last, at last, the last thing I did.
That's
but here
right.
it's different, right?
That's right. Last there is actually a verb. And it means continue for. So he means that my New Year's resolutions are going to stop soon. They're never going to last long. They're never going to continue for a long time.
So is this right, Vicki? We want good things to last long in general, and bad things we hope don't last so long.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And I'm totally lost now, Jace. So you'll have to let me get my place.
Well, I think one thing was earlier, I was so excited to ask people for their resolutions that I kind of jumped the gun, which means I went ahead before our plan. So we've had people, which is okay. It's New Year's Day. Everybody should be sharing and talking about their resolutions. So yes, I think we wanted to ask them about that. And then I'm excited because then we want to go to a puzzle, a riddle in this case. So Vic,
yes, let's go to a puzzle. Let's go to a riddle. Let's have one.
Okay. Great. Ah, yes.
Thank you, Jay.
So let's do that first. So people, it's good because people, I'm looking at the chat. It's really exciting. There's a lot of sharing going on. And I don't think it's bad to repeat some of the things we've asked. So officially now, if you want to, in the chat, if you haven't already, please put in something that you want to do this year, or you're going to do, or you have to do. And notice, please, how it's written this way, because we write it like that. But when we speak, as we've been discussing, we reduce the sounds. But when you're writing down, and we'll keep looking at the chat to see something you want to do, you're going to do, or you have to do this year. If you haven't already, some of you already have. That would be wonderful. And we'll keep checking that, right, Vicki?
Yeah, and I'm just making my chat a little bit larger so I can see what's happening.
Yeah, but I
And,
can look at it and tell you too. Yeah.
Excellent, good. So I think I'm ready for a riddle. What about you?
Me too.
Yeah.
I love riddles. I love riddles.
Jay, can we have a riddle? There we go. So a riddle is a question with a surprising answer. And you have to work out, we've got 3 riddles for you here, and you have to work out what the answers are to these questions. And we're not going to tell you the answers yet, but you might be able to, you can type them in the chat and we'll come back later and we'll look at them. But first of all, we've got, why couldn't the skeleton go to the party? Perhaps it was a New Year's party, I don't know. But
Maybe.
Why couldn't the skeleton go? On which side do chickens have the most feathers? So which side is the fluffiest, the warmest on a chicken? And what kind of paper likes music? Could it be, I don't know. We have to work it out. So those are your questions, those are your riddles. And I got all those riddles. I don't know if you can see the thing at the top, but it's a cracker. And I've got some crackers here. I got those riddles from Christmas crackers. Have you seen these before, Jace?
You know, I've seen them in movies and TV shows because they're not American at all for Christmas. So I'm very curious about it. And also the word cracker, when you say Christmas cracker, I immediately think of, something you eat, a cracker, a salty cracker or something.
You can't eat this.
No.
It's made of cardboard. It's a hollow cardboard tube and it's covered with brightly coloured paper. And we have them with our Christmas dinner in England. And what happens is one person has one end and the other has the other. And we pull them. Ready?
Ready.
Oh, it didn't go. Hang on, let me try again. Oh, no, didn't happen. Oh, did you hear it?
I heard it. Yep.
That's the crack.
Like a firecracker.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it. Yes.
And do you want to know what's inside?
What's inside?
Okay, all crackers contain the same things, right? They have a little puzzle or a toy. And I think, I'll put this up, I think it's some sort of Chinese trick that you can play. So you can play a game at the Christmas dinner table. And then the other essential items, here it is. Here's a very essential thing. You have a hat, a paper hat. All right. And everybody has to wear this. You have to wear it at dinner.
You have no choice.
You have no
gotta
choice.
Do it. You have to.
Yeah, everybody
gotta.
has to. All right.
They're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna wear it whether they like it or not. And then the other important thing is it has a riddle or some kind of joke inside. I don't know what this one says. This one says, this is a good one. Who invented fireworks? And the answer is some bright spark.
So it's 2 puns there. Bright, clever, spark, like a person with spark, but spark.
Exactly. So that's where riddles come from. I don't know if anybody here's had experience with Christmas crackers or knows any other good riddles.
Well, let's ask them. We'll look at the chat. So if you've ever had the experience of the tradition of a Christmas cracker, or if you have another tradition, similar tradition, let us know in the chat, and we'll keep checking there. Yeah, you look great in that hat, Vicki. I want that hat. I need that one.
Well, when you come for Christmas,
Yeah,
we'll
Okay.
have some crackers.
we'll
all
have
right?
we'll have to make that happen.
Yeah, that's right. And then we've
Great.
got, and I think we should move on to the next thing now.
I think I know what the next thing is. Aren't we going to have conversation time?
We're going to have a conversation time.
I love conversation.
Okay, this conversation is about something that you don't want to do this year, Jace.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I know. We talked about this because I really don't like going to the dentist. So I hope, there are a lot of things I'm gonna do. I hope this is not something I'm gonna do this year, is go to the dentist.
That's right. I've got a conversation for you of me at the dentist, and Jay
Okay.
is playing the role of the dentist in
Oh, I
this.
can't wait to see it.
And I'm going to ask him some questions. So while you're listening, everyone, listen carefully to the questions that I ask him and try to remember them, because I'm going to test you afterwards. Ah! Ooh! Ah! Ah! Ooh! Ah!
It's bad news. We need to extract the tooth.
Take it out? How long will it take and how much will it cost?
5 minutes and $5,000.
$5,000 for a 5-minute tooth extraction?
I can make it last longer if you like.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Okay, so I don't know if people can remember the answers, what the missing words are here, but we're going to see if they can. All
Okay.
right. So Jay said, it's bad news. We need the tooth. So what was the verb he used there? I don't know if you can remember it. And then I said, take it out, because that's what that verb meant. And then there was the first question I wanted you to hear, which was, how long will it, and how much will it? And the answers were 5 minutes and $5,000. $5,000 for a 5-minute tooth extraction? And he said, I can make it. And it's a word that we had earlier, and we were talking about it just now. So let's see if you can remember it. And we'll check the chat in a minute. Tell me, Jace, why don't you like going to the dentist?
I don't like going to the dentist because usually, as I don't go enough. So usually there's something wrong when I go. It's not a good cycle. Yeah, and I don't know. When I was a kid, I didn't have to go to the dentist so much. But when I did, I didn't have a dentist I liked. I guess that's the problem. It's like teachers, right? It's the same. If you have a bad teacher or a bad dentist, then you develop a phobia.
Yeah, my favourite dentist is in England. So sometimes when I'm back in England, I'll go and visit him. Because in America, the dentists want to do a lot more things to your teeth,
Well, yeah, because they're all trying to make more money. It's a money-making thing, I think, more here or there.
And it gets very expensive in America.
Yes.
Going to the dentist here is really expensive. Now, I wonder if anybody has managed to get the answers to these.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Oh, somebody's got it right. Cecile's done very well. She's got, how long does it take and how much does it cost? Well done, Cecile. Excellent. And extract, she got that one as well. Extract.
Yeah, so did
that
Ahmed.
verb.
I see Ahmed got extract too.
Oh, well done. So you've
And
got
Habib
extract
got
the verb.
make it longer. Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
you've got extraction would be the noun. You've got that later on in the conversation. And then the last one, I wonder if they got the last one with that verb last. Yes, Cecile. She's a star, Cecile.
Yeah, but it's not just her. I see a few more. We just have so many people responding. It's so great to have so many people here.
Yay! Great. So now I want to point out that word last because sometimes my students confuse it with take. Remember, they're both verbs. How long does it take? How long does it last? How are those questions different? And last is about the time things continue for, but take is a bit different. It's about the time required, how long you need to do something. So, for example, I might ask you, Fluency, how long does this lesson last?
Okay, and I would say this lesson lasts for an hour, or this show lasts for an hour, yeah.
Yeah, but how long does it take to learn English? What's the time required?
Right, and that's a difficult one. Of course, it depends how much you want to learn, and also it depends on especially how much practice you get. So it can take different amount of time for different people.
But it's going to be quicker if you watch the English show.
Yes, it's going to be quicker if you have fun, you practice with us. Absolutely true.
So what have we got here? Oh, everybody's done. I see now all these answers. It's excellent.
Yeah, they're coming in.
And somebody has asked, is the verb extract a synonym for pull out? Yes, it is. For pull out or take out, it's a synonym for that. Well,
Yes.
well asked. Good question.
It's a more formal word that you see more in academic writing, especially.
That's right. Good. And, okay, now, I think we're ready for the next thing. Am I
Yeah.
right, Fluency?
Yeah, well, what's next?
We've got a game.
Games!
Yeah!
I love that. Let's play and let's get down and funky with that music. That's some like 70s, Sesame Street music. So I love that music.
Okay, this is how this game works, everybody.
Okay,
It's
tell
called
us, tell
This
us.
or That, all right? And we're going to come up with two things, and I'm going to guess what answer Fluency would choose, and then he's going to guess what answer I would choose. And you can guess too, or you can tell us which one you choose in the chat, and tell us why as well, so that
there
we
are
know
two
why.
choices. Let me see if I got this right. You're gonna tell us two things,
Yeah.
and then the game is you're going to guess which one I would choose, or I'm gonna guess which one you choose. Is that
That's
it?
right, that's right. Let's show them, okay?
Okay.
And remember, you can write your answers and tell us which you'd choose as well, everybody, all right?
Please,
So
please.
first
Okay.
one is dog or cat, all right?
Oh.
Now, I guess, Fluency, that I think you look like a dog man. I think you're a dog. And I know that you quite like Carter.
I do like Carter, and I like dogs. I have no problem with dogs, but I don't have the connection I have with dogs the same as cats. For whatever reason, I connect more with cats. I like cats more. If I had the choice, I don't have a pet now, but if I had the choice, I would definitely choose a cat.
So you're
So
a
sorry,
cat man.
1 point for me.
Yeah, all right then. 1 point for Fluency there. Fluency, Vicky, 1 point. Right. Okay. The next one, you've got to guess what I'd choose.
I think you need to ask me because I want to make sure you understand that I am a dog person. And of course, that's because Carter is my best buddy. He doesn't do anything without relying on me. He won't even eat until I tell him it's okay.
I mean,
Wow. Jay is a dog guy.
Jay is definitely a dog guy, and Carter drives me crazy. Fluency. I mean, he is. Anyway.
I'll tell you what it is for me with dogs quickly. I love them, but they're too much like me. They're high energy. They're all over the place. So if you've got a dog in the room and you've got Fluency MC in the room, it's like it's too much.
Yeah, and I have to live with both Jay in the room and Carter. I think.
What's the next one?
Okay, next one.
Do I get to guess?
Yeah,
guess
the next one you have to guess for me.
Okay.
It's next.
Okay, here's the next one, Vicki. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. The next one is, and oh, good. We're getting some answers in the chat too for dog or cat. Nice. One person can't choose between them. Okay, cats are cuter. Somebody said dog, so we'll keep looking at that. And one important question: do we get corrections when we make mistakes in the chat? We can't really do that, guys. But we're going to tell you later how you can join our Facebook group, where we can do a lot more to help you. We're talking about that later. Okay, the next one, Vicki. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The choice is Netflix or YouTube. Which one? Netflix or YouTube? And I'm going to guess this one. I think I've got it. It's YouTube. I mean, you are a YouTuber. You're always looking at other people's stuff on YouTube. YouTube?
You're quite right. I mean, if you were asking Jay, he would probably say Netflix. But for me, I'm definitely a YouTube girl. And I tend to, I like Netflix. I like some of the shows, some of the programs and the films. I like a good movie, but I'm more of a YouTuber.
Okay, so if anybody's rooting for the Fluency team, I think the score is...
All right, Fluency gets another point. Okay, let's see if I can beat you with the next one. Right, next one is phone call or text. All right, so Fluency, let me see. Do I think you're a phone call guy or a text guy? I think you like the sound of words. I think you're a phone, and you like the rhythm of words. You've got to be a phone call guy.
You're right about the sounds and rhythms of words, but no, not anymore. I'm definitely a text person. You know why? It's because more and more these days I'm multitasking. I'm talking to my kids while I'm also writing something down. So if I'm in a text, then I'm okay. If I'm on the phone, then I feel immobilized.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. I'm not doing very well here. That's 3 points to Fluency.
I'm so good at this game that you just can't stand it.
No, I'm going to get good. I'm going to win the next one. Try the next one.
Okay, next one. And let's look in the chat for just a sec. We've got lots of YouTube. I guess if they're on YouTube with us, then there's a good chance they're more YouTube people. All right?
Yeah, it's probably not a very balanced survey group. It's probably highly biased towards YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're going to get the next one right.
I'm going to get the next one right.
You have to get it right, or you're going to be in trouble.
Okay, give me the next one.
Okay, so the next one is toast or eggs. Toast or eggs. So, you probably like both, but I'm going to go with eggs. I don't know why, but you seem like you're an eggs gal.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Actually, Fluency, I like eggs. I love eggs, but they give me tummy ache. So I can't eat them. So I'm definitely not an eggs girl. And
are you allergic to eggs, or you just get a little? Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I get a tummy ache. I might be allergic. And I do love bread because I grew up in a family bakery business.
That's right. I knew that, and that should have been the giveaway.
That's right.
At the same time, it could be that you had enough bread because you were in a bakery family. You don't want to ever see bread again. I don't know.
You can never have enough good bread.
That's true. You're right.
Oh, good. Then I've got a point. My first point.
Okay, I'm happy for you.
All right.
As long as you don't get too many points.
Right. Next one. While you're walking, music or podcasts? Yes. Music or podcasts?
While I'm walking, music. Now, this is one for you to guess?
I'm guessing,
oh my God.
Yeah.
You did this on purpose just to get an easy point.
This is an easy point, isn't it? It's got to be music.
It is. And if you follow me in social media, most of the pictures are with me with headphones on because I pretty much never stop listening to music.
So that was an easy one. I wonder what other people put it there, though, because it will be interesting to see, because, of course, podcasts and music, but podcasts as well, are a great way to practice English.
They're
And there are some
fantastic.
excellent podcasts around these days, specially designed for people who are learning English. So you might want to make that one of your New Year's resolutions, to check out
That's a
some
good one.
podcasts. I can suggest some in the chat.
Even better,
in the
Vicki,
details
we can
below.
suggest them in our Facebook group, and we're going to get to that shortly. But that's where we can post links and where you can share ideas too, because no doubt some of you are following podcasts that you enjoy, and you could share that with everyone too.
That would be great to hear. Yeah, indeed.
Right. Okay, so I don't know the score exactly, but I think I'm still winning, maybe only by a point.
Only by a point.
Okay, so
and it's
we
your
have
go
one
now.
more, or where are we?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is for Vicki. Vicki, Facebook or Twitter? I'm interested to see this because I see a lot of people are saying, let's see, music, a few podcasts though. Facebook or Twitter? This one's going to be interesting. I think, I see you on both, but which one would you choose? I'm going to say if you had to choose, you'd choose Facebook.
You're right.
Oh, yes.
Another
And
point
one
to
thing, Vicki,
fluency.
we haven't asked, and I know we want to do, and some people are doing it, but most people aren't, is why. So if you, for any of the ones you put in, sorry, we did want to ask you that, but I know we also want to keep things moving. We have a lot of things we want to do today. But if you want to say why, so I'll ask Vicki now, why Facebook?
Yeah.
More than Twitter? What's your reason, Vicki?
I think I find the limited number of words on Twitter very difficult. I have too much to say. So,
Yeah.
so keeping myself very brief. But I do like Twitter because of the links that I find there, and the good links that other people post that I can follow that take me to discover new things. I think it's a great place for discovering new things.
Yes, I agree with that completely. Okay, I think we're at the last one then?
Yeah,
So
well, I'll
you
just
get
do
a
one more
point
and see
there.
if I can get another one. Okay, being alone or in a group. And I can guess this so easily for you, Fluency.
Being
in a group. I'm going to go with a
I
group.
honestly have to think of my answer before you ask me. Okay?
Oh.
Let me think.
All right.
If I
'cause
have to choose one, okay, I'm ready.
I think it's going to be in a group.
You're right. I cherish time alone, but that's also, I think, mainly because I'm a big, energetic group community person. So I need that time alone. But yeah, if I had to choose, which is what we're doing here, definitely it would be a group. And more that group is interconnected online, not in the physical space where I am. Look at all these Facebook, but some Twitter. And some people, here's a good reason. Nisa says she doesn't know how Twitter works. Well, that's a good reason to choose Facebook. Let's see what else we have here. On Facebook, we chat about anything. That's from Katie.
Yeah, and Twitter is good to inform ourselves, politics, etc. Yeah, I see Twitter that way too, Katie. Mm-hmm. And in a group, someone saying alone. Well, of course, what we've got going here is a group.
Yes,
with the English show. Because,
and let's talk about that, Vicki.
Yeah, I mean, for me, as I see it, one of the values of the English show is we can help provide regular practice. And that's so key when you're learning a language. You don't want to let your language, you don't want to forget it. If you lose it, if you don't use it, you lose it.
That's
so
exactly right.
Regular practice is key. And we'll be here every Sunday at 11 o'clock New York time.
Yes.
Whatever time it is for you. your
Yes.
time. So come and join us and come and communicate and tell us how you're doing and what's going on in the chat. But that's not the only place to connect with us in a group.
Yeah. Let me talk about that a bit. I mean, the chat it's really wonderful to see it, but as you can tell, we can't really. It's going by fast. It's a great way for you to connect with each other and answer some questions, and it's a great place for you to meet. And then, as some people are saying about Facebook, on Facebook, we can have more extended conversations. And the best place to do that, if you don't know already, is in a Facebook group. So we have a group called The English Show. Very simple. You just need to go into a Facebook search and search for The English Show. And you'll see the picture of Vicki, Jay, and myself that's there right now. And it's a public group. So you just join and you're in. And you can post comments. We just need to approve them. Sorry, you can make posts, but you can comment freely. And for example, we can put a link to podcasts there. Of course, we'll keep you updated on information about the English Show. But it's a place where we can share things before and after our weekly programs.
And please share it with your friends too. Tell them
Yes.
about it as well.
Yes.
And you mentioned something that's really important there, Jace, that we're going to be reading it all the time.
Yes.
So if anybody wants to post us a question, it's a great place to go. And I think Jay's going to help us here with a little video about this.
Okay.
Perhaps not.
Sorry, guys. For some odd reason, it's not running. And I'll get it right back to the beginning here.
Okay.
Pardon this little technical faux pas here, and be with you in just a moment.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, so if you send us your questions, if you post them in the Facebook group, we'll be able to pick them out, and some of them we can answer in the group, but some of them we'll answer in this show as well.
Sure. I mean, Vicki mentioned this, but very quickly, so let me say it again. The chat, which we're looking at now, it disappears afterwards, so we can't go back. So I'm taking some pictures of it just for posterity on my phone. But yeah, we can get into discussions more about what we're talking about on the show there, and most importantly, I think, with one another, that you can also have the chance to practice there. And it's getting easier to upload video. Not everybody can do that, but you could upload a video of yourself answering a question as a comment if you have the right phone. And soon everyone will be doing that. So it won't just be typing, it will be being able to pronounce words and get feedback on your speaking. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of questions, maybe
Yes.
it's time for us to look at those riddles again and get the answers.
Oh, good. Yes, I want to know.
Where are those riddles? Here we go. No, not words we often reduce, but we do want to see them as well. Here they are.
Here we go.
So, why couldn't the skeleton go to the party? Why couldn't the skeleton go to the party? Any ideas for that, Jay? The fluency.
I remember this joke, around Halloween it's popular, but for whatever reason, I can't remember right now.
Well, does a skeleton have a body? That's the clue.
No, it's just the bones. We wouldn't say it has a body, I guess.
So the skeleton has nobody to go with. Nobody to go with.
No body to go with.
Okay. Next one.
Nobody to go
On which
with.
side do chickens have the most feathers? Now, you're probably thinking on the left side or on the right side, aren't you? But it's not.
Yeah, on the top, on the bottom.
On the bottom, no, it's on the inside. They don't have feathers. So the side that has the most feathers is the outside.
On which side do chickens have the most feathers? On the outside.
And then there's what kind of paper likes music? I don't know if anybody suggested this answer here, but of course you could say perhaps note paper because you have musical notes.
Musical notes.
But that's
yes.
not the answer that I've got. I've got
Okay.
a different answer.
Okay.
I've got, in fact, Jay, can you put the answers up? There we are. Wrapping paper. But
Wrapping paper. I love it.
But wrapping spelt with a W, not with a
Yes.
R, not a W.
And I wonder, Vicki, if anyone out there knows so many riddles in English and other languages which have words that sound the same, but the spelling and meaning are different. Those are called homophones. And I love talking about homophones. Maybe we can do that on another show.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll make a note of it.
Oh.
Homophones. Here we go. Right. Now, speaking of raps,
Yes.
we have a rapper with us. And Fluency, do you think
Yes.
you could do a rap for us?
I would love to. And guys, what I'd like to do with this rap,
Well, just
Vicki
a second.
and
I think Jay's
yes.
got something he wants to play.
Yeah.
Once again, it's
Fluency.
MC.
Fluency.
MC. Once again, it's
Fluency.
MC.
Grammar through lyrics.
Kick it.
Oh, good. We're going to have a rap. We're going to have a rap.
Very cool. Yeah, I love that Jay put together that. Thanks, Jay. So yeah, what I want to do, guys, with this rap is I want to have show you a video that Vicki and Jay made of a rap I wrote. Then that's the first thing. Then I want to look with you. I want to look with you at the. It's a short rap, and I want to look at it and do it together with you repeating, so you can really hear how I'm saying the words. So you're following the rhythm. I want to get the rhythm in them, and then I want to we'll show the video again. You can try to do it. So the first time when Jay's going to roll the video, just listen and read, and then we'll come back together and practice.
Excellent.
What are you gonna do in 2017? Where do you wanna go? Who do you have to see? Have you made any resolutions? Any promises you need to keep? Are you gonna work on losing weight? Are you gonna try to get more sleep? Do you wanna spend less money and spend more time with your friends? What have you really got to do before the year comes to an end?
All right. Everybody say, All right. So, I think the words are coming up on the screen in just a second.
Here we go.
Yeah? Oh, perfect. Yeah. So, what I'd like to do, right, is I'd like to do it line by line, and then you repeat after me. So sometimes during the show, if we have some phrases, we do that. And definitely when we're doing the rap together, I want to do that. So maybe, Vicki, you can also join in and repeat. Is that cool?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go. Okay, so here we go. First me, all right? What are you gonna do in 2017?
What are you going to do in 2017?
Where do you want to go? Who do you have to see?
Where do you want to go? Who do you have to see?
Have you made any resolutions? Any promises you need to keep?
Have you made any resolutions? Any promises you need to keep?
Good. You see, the stress is on those bigger words and the reductions, the shrinking and linking on those little words. Are you going to work on losing weight? Are you going to try to get more sleep?
Are you going to work on losing weight? Are you going to try to get more sleep?
Nice. Do you want to spend less money and spend more time with your friends?
Do you want to spend less money and spend more time with your friends?
Yeah. What have you really got to do before the year comes to an end?
What have you really got to do before the year comes to an end?
Excellent. And I just want to remind you guys, remember what we're saying today. Slow or fast, we have this rhythm. So what are you going to do in 2017? That's fast, but what are you going to do in 2017? It sounds, right? We have the same sounds, fast or slow, okay? Can we roll the video again? This time, guys, try to do it with me.
What are you gonna do in 2017? Where do you wanna go? Who do you have to see? Have you made any resolutions? Any promises you need to keep? Are you gonna work on losing weight? Are you gonna try to get more sleep? Do you wanna spend less money and spend more time with your friends? What have you really got to do before the year comes to an end?
I loved
Excellent.
it. You know, we've got to go now, Chase.
We've gotta go.
We've got to go. But
Time really flies on
we
the
should
English
just
show.
probably check the chat one more time before we say goodbye to
Of
everybody.
course we should. Yes, let's check it out. Oh, rap is good. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. That's lovely. I'm glad you liked it, Saad. I thought it was great too.
Thank you.
And
Thanks.
so everybody, remember, join the English show on Facebook.
I see a question about that. I see a question. I'm just going up. Somebody's asking the name of the group, and somebody said the English show, but let's make sure everybody knows. Just search for the English show. And there might be something else on Facebook, but what you're looking for is our faces, and it's a group. I think it's the only group called The English Show, but it should be easy to find it. And Vicki, what about if they don't like Facebook, but they want to tell us something, they can also do what?
There are lots of things you can do. One is you can write a comment on this video, not in the chat, but when the video,
comment.
yeah, when the video is published, which will be probably in about half an hour, you'll be able to come back. You can look at it. You can watch the English show again, but you can also write comments there, and I read all the comments.
Me too.
I'll find
The
you.
other thing is you can go to our websites. So for Vicki and Jay, that's simpleenglishvideos.com. And for me, that's fluencyMC.com. And I have on my website a contact. So that's fluencyMC.com. That is an email that goes right to me.
That's right. And you'll find a contact on simpleenglishvideos.com as well, where you can click contact and write to us too. So
Great.
any questions, and don't forget, share this and tell all your friends about it, because we're
Yeah,
here
please share the
every
video
week.
after, because it's great to have people here live, but also repeating the video if you've been here and then getting it out to your friends so they say, oh, I want to come next time. You know, that's going to be great.
So make it your resolution for 2017. Come back next week. Come back every week, and we'll see you here. So
Go, the English show.
It's just time to say goodbye now. You don't want to say goodbye, Jay?
Yeah, I
Take
don't
care,
like saying
everybody.
goodbye.
Great to see you all. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.